We have always learned that building a correct word can be without using letters in a specific order. Then word by word you can see sentences march in unison to help you read, understand, and enjoy articles, short stories, poems, essays, and encyclopedias. Who knows? You may surpass that and write your own masterpieces. Certainly. The whole story starts gradually from the letters, because without using those letters correctly, everything then becomes vague and structurally weak and meaningless. Likewise, when we talk about building a concrete society, this process must start from the core that must be unshakable and professionally built. Then the core expands gradually but very effectively to form the entire society. Knowingly, the individual is the center point and cornerstone of each society. So if individuals are not productive enough to work hand in hand, the whole structure collapses miserably. So these individuals must be well trained and highly qualified to anchor the solid foundations and build the pillars of their communities. To be so, these individuals must go through the core that helps them brush up their skills, augment their knowledge, create their own visions, set their goals, and make their dreams come true. Doctors, engineers, inventors, scholars, computer programmers, architects, politicians, entrepreneurs, kings, and presidents must all go through this core and spend enough time there to be strong enough, wise enough, proactive enough, productive enough, and patient enough to finish the mission they are going to cover. No doubt that this core is irreplaceable since it's the heart of the structure and it's one of the main sources of power, wisdom, guidance, inspiration, and progress. Now, is it logical or acceptable to neglect such a core? Unfortunately, there are always anonymous soldiers who fight with all courage at the front lines in every single battle. And they use up all of their experiences, stamina, critical thinking, creativity, wisdom, and techniques in order to raise their societies to be always on top of the world. Although they are smeared with fatigue, sweat, and diseases, they refuse to retreat and they keep fighting until the last breath they own. What a sacrifice! They work very diligently day and night with commitment, discipline, persistence, and passion to see their mission through to the end. They scream in silence, work with an indescribable dedication, and sacrifice their youth, energy, and health to see their chicks soar on the horizons of success and help them see their creativity shine splendidly in all facets of life. Alas, those greats are rarely rewarded, and their names are seldom mentioned when history is made, although they are the real history makers. We see just the leaders, but we don't have that acute vision to see the makers behind those great leaders, the makers who have dedicated their lifelong building and shaping such sophisticated leaders since they were little kids. Are you willing to know who they are? Teachers! Yes, they are the teachers. When there are brilliant learners, make sure that there is a phenomenal teacher behind them. When there is a gifted author, remember the great efforts exerted by his or her teacher who sparked the first light of that creativity. When you get blown away by kids who can give an engaging public speech, make a new invention, write an awesome story, embark on an amazing project, or publish a book, never ever forget those legendary trainers who have spent long hours sharpening their student skills, enriching their knowledge, expanding their creativity, opening their minds, lifting their spirits, encouraging them, motivating them, and reinforcing them to become better, stronger, wiser, more spectacular, more thoughtful, and more dependable to work hand in hand in order to build their great communities. Dear loyal teachers all over the world, Males and females, regardless of your races, nationalities, paradigms, or any other diversities. I'd like to seize this golden opportunity to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Dear noble, honorable, and elite teachers, thanks a lot for being patient, positive, persistent, passionate, and progressive despite all challenges you get through. Thank you for being unconditional givers, unorthodox motivators, confidence boosters, creativity explorers, model problem solvers, obstacle demolishers, happiness creators, and peacemakers. Thanks wholeheartedly for sharing your knowledge, rich experiences, proactivity, creativity, and positivity with your students. Thanks for the great efforts you have always exerted tirelessly to finish your mission successfully. How can we read, understand, innovate, have mission statements, guide ourselves, or attain any certificates without you? Thanks over and over and over again for being you. Dear teachers all over the world, now I'd like to convey an indispensable message to you. So please remind yourselves of this message on a daily basis. Dear colleagues, don't get upset if no one rewards you. Never get down if no one showers you with nice compliments after doing your job exceptionally. It's enough for you to see how elated your students are when they succeed. What an honor when you work day and night to keep your students' minds bright. What an achievement when you rehearse with your students all the time to help them hit their prime. Bear in mind that all of these great accomplishments are extraordinarily added to your personal account of triumph. Believe me, dear, your dedication will never turn to shadows. Your words, wisdoms, models, ethics, themes, lessons, tips, strategies, and experiences will keep passing phenomenally from generation to generation to keep your sweet reputation alive even after death. What a victory! Indeed, this is the real reward when you receive a lot of awesome good deeds while you are there in your grave. Dear teacher, you are a legend, and legends never die. Don't wait for any secular or fake appreciation from anyone. You know why? Because being a teacher is more than enough to be highly appreciated. And remember, if people's eyes fall asleep, the eyes of the Almighty Lord never fall asleep at all. So every lesson you give, every question you answer, every problem you solve, every student you help, and all good deeds you do are precisely documented. So cheer yourself up, since your efforts will never go in vain. Just keep going, keep sprinkling your beautiful magic here and there. You are to us as important as letters are to words, sentences, books, and volumes. And without you, all of us are horribly scattered, and our future will get terribly defaced. Then the structure will be as feeble as cobwebs. What good is that huge edifice if the basics are not holding it very firmly from all corners and dimensions? So please, dear teacher, never stop at any cost. Never stop at all, because your duty calls you every day to monitor the process of building, to make sure that the structure of it is being built with love, loyalty, professionalism, dedication, and creativity. Seriously and honestly talking, the building process without you and your supervision is shadowy, foggy, and fake. Dear lovely teacher, we don't need a day to celebrate you on, because every day we see you and learn from you is the real and the best celebration ever. Regardless of any humiliation or any destructive criticism you may confront, you will be always in our hearts, minds, and souls, and you will be definitely at the summit of all communities you live in. Thank you over and over and over again, my dear, great, awesome, wonderful, and indescribable teacher.